Hi, good evening. My name is Ilma and this is Ilma Art Studio channel. And today I'd like to show you my photograph for the day, which is this is a reflection of the houses by a pond here in Orangeville. It's called Mill Creek Trail. Hi, good evening. I'd like to share with you today my poem devotional, which is entitled Accepting Guidance. And this is extracted from Proverbs 29 verse 18, which says, "When people do not accept divine guidance, they run wild, but whoever obeys the law is joyful." And here is my poem based on that verse. Accepting guidance. To live a life of joy and peace, we need to follow and obey God's decrees. He gave us guidelines so we can enjoy life. Use it to fulfill your calling and be a light. People who don't accept God's commands will find it hard to meet life's demands. Whoever lives lawlessly usually runs wild. They thrive in conflict and have a difficult life. And here is the essay part of the devotional, which says, "Running wild is lawlessness." Do you ever find yourself running so fast with your work and your tasks that you haven't found time to check what and how to live in God's will? You work away and earn as much as you can to be able to live up to this world's standards. Then one day, everything just felt like slipping away. All the things you have worked for is gone. Your relationships are all broken because you never spend time with your loved ones. Scriptures caution us not to run wildly without consulting God. Those who obey God's commands and find peace and joy, they are humble enough to admit that there is a divine power behind everything and anything in life. They believe God cares for those who are faithful and they accept His direction. Prayer. Lord, help me to rely to you for guidance always. Reflection. Why is spiritual direction essential in our daily lives? And with that, we end the poem and the essay part of the devotional. Now I'm going to share with you the witnessing part of the devotional. I would say that I was branded and programmed and labeled as a rebel in our family. They considered me a rebel because I don't do the usual things that children did. I would probably be classified today with psychology setting in. They would probably classify me as a strong-willed child. But my parents and my parents didn't grow up in the period where psychology had labels and answers for everything. So they called me the black sheep, that I was a rebel. And I agreed to that. I accepted that because when you're a child, these people are authority in your life. They lead you, and whatever they usually say matters so much to you. So I think I did very well in doing the role of a rebel, and so I rebelled in so many things, always ensuring that, I can prove to them, if that's what you think I am, then I will do that. So I lived my life for so many years as they considered me as a rebel, but I think I had this spirit inside me trying to tell me that I can do more than what they limit me to, because I was always put in boxes like, oh, you can't do that, you're not good at that, you can't do this, you're not good at this, you can never make it as something. So it's I think the what I'm rebelling at is that is not me, because my spirit is telling me that is not who I am. But still, the Bible even tells us that we should obey our parents, no matter what wrong they do, but we should still obey them and honor them because they give us life. God gave life to us through them. So we need to respect them so that our lives will be better. And I didn't. So I was running wildly and just doing things that I wanted to do to please myself. Life wasn't good when I did that. So I would testify that the Proverbs 29:18, which says that when we do not accept divine guidance, we will just go run wild and we will have a hard time in life. But whoever is following God's law will always be joyful and peaceful. And it took many, many years, and I had to go through so many deserts in my life where, because I was trying to prove that I can do anything on my own. But we were made for God, and you're just kidding yourself if you think that you can live your life peacefully and joyfully and abundantly without God, because you can't. Without His guidance, we can never be nothing. We can't be anything. So, and God created us for Himself, so everything we will do has to be for Him. And if we don't do that, we are actually going against the nature, against what He created us to be, and against what He is, because God is love, and He can only love us, and we're expected to be the same way. So if we go against what He designed us to be, then we are lawless, then we are putting ourselves in so much trouble. And then we question ourselves, like, why is my life so hard? Why am I not having all these blessings that He promised? Because we don't follow. So disobedience stops us from actually benefiting in life. So with that, we end this poem devotional, and I hope that you are able to, grasp something from my witnessing, from my testimony about the importance of divine guidance in anything you do. In fact, you have to be like a child, as God says in Matthew 10, that whatever you do, you have to look at things like a child. So when you ask God's guidance, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to have this religious acts of prayer, but you just go straight to God and ask Him, like, what do you think should I do? In fact, I do that every day. Every morning when I have to make a decision, whether it's small or big, what am I going to eat today, Lord? What am I going to wear today, Lord? Is it good for me to go out today? Is it too cold for me to go out? Will I get in trouble if I go out? All little things. We make all decisions, so many decisions every day, big or small. It's important that you connect with God and find out if that is good for you, because He's the only one who knows. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you check my website at ilmaarts.com, ilmaarts.com, for my other artworks. Have a blessed night, and I hope that you will be able to rest and will be able to, chat with God before you go to sleep. Have a blessed night.